good morning, afternoon, evening, and happy Thanksgiving if you're watching this the day that I'm recording it. Um, Yay for Thanksgiving! I live in Portugal, and so to celebrate the American holidays is a little tricky. Um, so it's actually a really sweet time where a lot of the expats and specifically the Americans for this holiday band together and they'll reach out and bring each other in to honor those special times um, that have become a tradition that are a tradition in our culture. So anyway, for Americans all over the world, happy Thanksgiving, and for everyone, happy Thanksgiving. We can all be happily thankful for all the things we have. And actually, funny enough, I've been super inspired or called to talk about a kind of a mindfulness practice when it comes to sitting down for a meal. Because I just had lunch and I really enjoy this. It's like a full, like from before the meal begins to like after it's over. It's like the whole time. And we can't always do this, right? Because sometimes we're eating with other people, sometimes we're in a, I mean, it's not an, it doesn't have to be all the time, but it's super um it's very connecting, I guess is the word. Not really, but it really brings the whole um act of eating um like to your whole body, mind, and soul. So let's talk about what am I talking about? So I learned this actually in my Ayurvedic course. There's a whole section because Ayurveda is a lot about food, right, and what we digest and all of this, and we understand that there's also like this consciousness aspect to eating and to digesting and to assimilating nutrients. For example, if I'm, not aware of what I'm eating and I'm just shoving it in, or I am giving the food negative energy, like I'm saying, ugh, I really shouldn't eat this chocolate cake, like, but I'm gonna eat it because I want to. Like, that's not serving your body, and the food and the nutrients won't be metabolized the same way as if you're giving love to your food and like ingesting in joy and love. So, and it extends even to making your food. Like when you make your food, like you get your pot, like having an enjoyable experience and cooking joyfully with love that gets infused into your food. And then when you eat it, you consume that joy and that love. And not only you, but your child or your spouse or your friend, like whoever you're also feeding. So that's one aspect of what I'm talking about, and the other one is actually the actual act of sitting down for the meal. So first of all, sitting down for the meal. That's huge, especially in today's world where, especially the American lifestyle, not so much the Portuguese lifestyle. Um, American and probably maybe some other like Northern European lifestyles where it's all about like, I don't have time, like, I eat on the go, or, I just grab a snack, or I'm in the car and I'm eating, or, I just don't have time to eat. Like, that's not nourishing. Um, you do have time to eat. Like, that's you're telling yourself and you're telling your body that you just don't have time for it. And you do. Like, you do have time for you. So, okay, so sitting down for a meal. So, okay, you've prepared the meal, it's all ready to go, whatever. So you have it in front of you, and just like taking a moment before you dive in to, for one, give thanks for the food in front of you. Like, thank you. Thank you, earth, rain, sun, um, all of that. Like, thank you for, and all the people that have, put their energy into cultivating the food. Like, giving thanks for being able to have that food in front of you. Recently, since I've been back from the States, so probably like almost 2 months now, month and a half, I've been saying two blessings before I eat, and it completely changes the whole experience of eating because yeah, because I'm seeing this food now as a gift, and it is. Um, and I just feel so much more nourished when I go to eat. Like it's more of an act of gratitude versus like something I have to do or I just have to get it over with. Um, or something I rush through and then ask for more or go get more. Okay, so sitting down, giving thanks, and then okay, so I haven't been doing this one, but this is also really nice when you take your hands and you put them on your gut area, and you just take a few breaths and just to assess your level of hunger. So like, you can kind of know like if your stomach's growling, you're like, what? How do we do this? You're at a 10 of how like you're voracious, and then if you're at a zero, like you're full. You're very full. Actually, I think they do it. I think they do it the other way. I've heard it done. Yeah, like zero is empty. So you kind of want to be at like a two or three when you go to eat. You don't necessarily want your tank empty because then it's like you get into this like I have to eat, and it becomes like a survival thing, and um, this ability to kind of get embodied, it takes a back seat, right? Um, okay, so sitting down, giving thanks, and then assessing your level of hunger, and then going to eat your food. So now you've kind of um, set the scene or the and even the energy for like enjoyable eating. So yeah, so smelling your food, tasting your food, kind of a slowness, a mindfulness, um, and especially when you're alone, like best to, and I've been guilty of this lately, but recently I've been really revisiting this space of no electronics. Like, get that away. I have the rest of the day to be on my phone to check the things, to do the da 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 da. Even if a question pops into my head, it's like, and just bringing it back to the meal at hand. Okay, it's only like a 15-minute window. Okay, I can do that. So it's a bit of a meditative process too, because I mean those thoughts, that tendency to reach for the phone, it comes and it comes and it comes. So it's like, oh yeah, no, it's okay. I can leave that for later, and then just really being centered and with attention on the food, the eating process, how it tastes, how it feels, and really enjoying. Like today, I had soup and some bread with butter and cheese, and I love bread with butter and cheese, and I also really loved my soup. But like bread with butter and cheese, if I am not like noticing my like signals, I could just eat bread and butter and cheese, um, because I like it so much. But then I'll get too full. So and then so then so then when I are fully present, it's like you're there to witness the signals that your brain tells your body, that your taste buds are telling your brain to tell your body, that the stomach walls are sending signals to your brain to tell your body. I mean, you are receiving signals that are easily missed when the mind is busy or in times where you're not quiet. So, and this is, and so again, that's why this practice isn't necessarily feasible in all meals, because eating is very social. So it's yeah. So but anyway, when you have time, I highly recommend experimenting with this practice. Okay, so we're eating, um, and just yeah, witnessing all the things, right? The joy, the textures, the just and I also love like observing why do I love this so much? Oh, I just love the way it feels in my mouth. You know, the temperature of like the cheese in contrast with the soup. Oh, and like dipping the sandwich in the soup. I was just like, oh, you've you've won me over. Um, but of course, you know, this is also translatable to all meals. Um, okay, and so then when you are full, you see that you're full, and it's like, wow, suddenly that like delight, those flavors, like it's kind of fallen flat. And it's like, I'm not exactly all in anymore. Like, I'm kind of done. And that means you're done. That means you're satiated. So then you can, you know, push your meal aside, put it, you know, if you still have, you know, a good amount left, you can put it in containers to save. Um, or whatever your practice is with leftover food, like for the chickens or whatever, compost. Um, Yeah, and then okay, so now you're done, and then you can also bookend this practice with hands on the belly. Like, oh, okay, now you know, now I'm full. Yeah, but I'm not really at a 10. I'm not bursting, but I'm not even close to it. I would say maybe I'm at an 8, and that feels good. You know, I don't feel like I need to lay down and digest. I also don't feel still hungry. I'm not like at a 6. Like, I feel nourished. Where, you know, if suddenly I needed to jump up and do something, I could do that and I wouldn't like feel like, oh, like I have too much food inside of me. But then I could also do that and not feel like, oh, I don't have enough energy. so, so yeah, just like coming back, feeling your hands on your, you know, your gut area and just getting quiet and assessing, you know, oh, where am I now? And then just, yeah, just like once again, being grateful, giving thanks, and uh, and then cleaning up and going about your day again. This is one of my favorite practices because it really allows you to sit and enjoy your meal and like fully experience it. And not only that, but for people that have had eating disorders, it's hard to know how much to eat again. Like I remember when I would go out, or I was like, or when I would have people over and I had to serve them food, I was like, dude, I don't know how much people eat. Like, I don't know how much to give these people. Is this a lot or is this like not enough? I didn't know. Um, so, so yeah, so it's a really, it's a really beautiful gift to give yourself as well. Like this opportunity for self exploration, self love, thanks, nourishment. It can be a very lovely self care practice. And I know Thanksgiving is a time of like social feasting. Um, but there's, you know, you can sprinkle this into your evening also or your afternoon. Just like being grateful, you know, just having gratitude for your friends, for family, for like the huge assortment of food. And also just kind of tapping in like, oh, am I hungry or am I not, you know? And it is something that improves or gets better with time. Um, just the more you do this, the better, the easier it is to know like, um, yeah, just to tap in to that space and just to have the patience and the time and then just to slow down, and then you can utilize that. I guess that's what I mean. Like the more you do it, the more you can do it on the go, or when you're, you know, among a lot of people, then you can, you know, better understand. You know, I'm probably not. You know, maybe I'm at a 5 right now. I'm not really hungry. I can like pick at food. This is fun. You know, because there's lots of food. But then also to be able to like go back in and say, I'm getting full. Like, yeah, you know, I'm getting the signal. I'm full. And um, maybe it's time to like switch over to water for a bit because you could still be social and sipping water and waiting for there to be a little bit more space again so that, you can try something else. Um, Also, because I love food and I love to try everything. I take itty bitty like portions of everything during holidays like this because I want to try it all, but I don't want to get like uncomfortably full. And giving permission to say, ugh, I actually didn't like that, and I don't want to eat the rest of that little bitty portion that I put on my plate. I kind of feel like a princess when I do this because it's this sensation of abundance and total allowance. You're allowed to indulge and love, whatever, and then you're also allowed to say that's actually not for me, and I don't love that, and I don't want it, and I don't want more. um so yeah, I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to wish you a wonderful Thanksgiving full of warmth and coziness and autumn smells and colors and yeah, family, friends, tradition. Even if you're alone on this holiday, this Thanksgiving, just, yeah, sending you love and abundance and gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And thank you for being you.